Carapace afer is simply like a fancy code name given to aardvark. Kind of like, quote, Titian is just a fancy way to say ordinary. It really is a crime that enigmatic locutions are so ubiquitous. Now you might be asking the question, why talk about aardvarks? You might not be asking, but I did ask the question, so I'm going to answer it. Number one, short answer, I love aardvarks, like a lot. So, I like to talk about aardvarks. The long answer is, many moons ago, like a year or something, I was involved in what I should like to call an intellectual deliberation, but I can't because it really wasn't. That particular difference of opinion, I can call it that, between myself and person or persons unnamed, who shall remain anonymous, was over what an aardvark is like. I didn't know, but I boldly declared that aardvarks are a small rodent type of critter that live in Texas, maybe? For not knowing, that was a really good guess. Except that it was completely wrong on every single point. Aardvarks are not small. They're not rodents. And they don't live, they're not native to America at all, which is not to equate Texas with America. It was a friendly argument and all, but I'd really hate for you to find yourself in a similar situation. So, here I stand. I can do no other than to inform the uninformed. If you already are informed, now is the perfect time to stare out the window, look at the clock, shuffle your feet, or read the program again. So, what exactly are aardvarks? Well, even though I'm not a scout, I came prepared. This is a delightful and picturesque mammal named aardvark. Life size, too. Aardvarks are typically between 4 and 6 feet long. I compromised and made this one 5 feet long, which I think is rather a charming size. As you will no doubt observe, aardvarks look very much like rats, just prettier. Or rabbits or donkeys or kangaroos or pigs, depending on your persuasion or your perspective. And it comes down to those among us who have an obsessive preoccupation with kangaroos will see a kangaroo, and so on and so forth. Aardvarks live in the southern 2/3 of Africa. Africa, not America. As around that point, they use their spade-like feet and claws to dig underground tunnels where they sleep all day. They're not lazy, they're nocturnal. At night, they're quite busy, eating tens of thousands of ants and termites. Lovely habit. They use their claws, again, to tear the nest apart. They jam their face in there, and they capture all these bugs with their tongue, which, by the way, is either 12 inches long or 18 inches long, depending on which websites you believe. I ended up not drawing it, so it's up to your imagination, whatever you want. Let's see, but just a minute, I'm off sec. Just for a moment, imagine, do you have a nose that long, and you're jamming it into this whirlwind of dirt and bugs? Some of that's going to get up your nose, right? Right. You don't mind my commenting on a rather personal subject? You have a major problem. Aardvarks don't have that problem because they can seal their nose shut. Really terrific design feature, which we don't have because we don't need it, or I should think not. One other thing you need to know about them, aardvarks in their habit of eating ants. Just one more thing. 2 words. Just so. 4 words. Aardvarks are not anteaters. Surprise. Figuratively speaking, that is. If you really want to use the word anteater to describe an aardvark for your friends, you may, in an informal and colloquial way. That's acceptable. But in terms of technical classification, anteater refers to an entirely different species of animal, an aardvark. It has something to do with teeth, as in aardvarks have them, anteaters don't. But there are several major differences between aardvarks and anteaters, which you will undoubtedly enjoy studying on your own time. I'm not going to talk about that. So, that is pretty much it. I would like to close with an inspiring quote about aardvarks. However, there didn't appear to be too many online. I could find where, well, there were two. One was rather boring, and the other one was about examining the contents of their stomachs, so I'm just going to skip that one. But what more shall I say? Time would fail to tell of the origin of the word aardvark. Actually, it just comes from two Dutch words, that aard and vark, meaning earth and pig. And also I'm not going to be talking about their babies, which, incidentally, are called cubs, and they have one at a time, about every year or so. Or about how they escape from their predators. Interestingly, they run in a zigzag pattern, or, on some occasions, they will dig a hole so fast that by the time the predator runs up to them, they're already buried underground. They're really fast. But again, the internet didn't quite agree on exactly how fast they can dig, so I couldn't get any more specific. But the next time you find yourself in an argument about what exactly is an aardvark, you will not be hideously embarrassed. Not that I was not